Last night, President Donald Trump survived his third assassination attempt in 2 years. A gunman opened fire at the White House Correspondents Dinner in Washington, D.C. 5 shots rang out. Secret Service agents rushed the president off stage. 1 agent was shot. The suspect is in custody. Trump is safe. His cabinet is safe. The First Lady is safe. But here's what nobody's talking about. This is the 3rd time someone has tried to kill the president. And the timing of this attack raises serious questions that the mainstream media is refusing to ask. The attack happened at the Washington Hilton around 8:35 p.m. on Saturday night. Trump had just arrived at the annual White House Correspondents Dinner. This was his first time attending the event as president. He was seated on stage next to the First Lady when shots erupted from the back of the ballroom. Witnesses reported at least 5 gunshots. People screamed and dove under tables. Armed Secret Service agents in tactical gear swarmed the stage. Within seconds, Trump was surrounded and evacuated from the room. Video footage shows the chaos. Guests on the floor, agents with rifles drawn. The president being rushed out while gunfire echoed through the ballroom. The shooter was a 31-year-old man from California. Authorities have identified him but are not releasing his name publicly yet. He was armed with multiple weapons. He charged a security checkpoint outside the main ballroom. Secret Service agents engaged him at a screening area. 1 agent was shot in their protective gear and has been hospitalized. The suspect was taken down and is now in federal custody. President Trump held a press conference after the incident. He called the suspect a thug who attacked the Constitution. He confirmed no prior threats were known. His team had no warning this was coming. Trump described the security measures in place. Undercover agents sitting at tables throughout the room, resources positioned everywhere. He said the shooter was very far away from him and would have had to go through multiple layers of security to reach him. But here's the critical detail everyone is missing. This is not the first time. This is the 3rd assassination attempt against Donald Trump in less than 2 years. Butler, Pennsylvania, July 2024. Trump was speaking at a campaign rally when a gunman opened fire. Shots hit Trump in the ear. 1 person in the crowd was killed. 2 others were wounded. The shooter was eliminated by Secret Service counter-snipers. That attack was carried out by a 20-year-old acting alone, according to official reports. Palm Beach, Florida. A few months after Butler, a man with a rifle was discovered hiding in the bushes at Trump's golf course in West Palm Beach. He was waiting for Trump to come within range. Secret Service spotted him before Trump arrived in that area. The suspect fled and was arrested shortly after. He was charged with attempted assassination. And now, Washington, D.C., April 2026. A gunman with multiple weapons attacks the White House Correspondents Dinner. Secret Service stops him at a security checkpoint, but not before shots are fired and an agent is wounded. 3 attempts, 3 different states, 3 different methods, all targeting the same man. The official narrative will be lone wolf attackers, mentally unstable individuals acting independently. No coordination, no conspiracy, just random violence. But the pattern raises questions, and the timing of this latest attack is extremely suspicious. Donald Trump is currently fighting a war against Iran. The United States launched Operation Epic Fury on February 28th. American and Israeli forces struck Iran, killing Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei and dozens of senior officials. Iran retaliated with missile strikes against U.S. bases and closed the Strait of Hormuz. The war has been ongoing for nearly 2 months. Trump has been threatening Iran constantly. He warned their entire civilization will die if they don't surrender. He ordered the Navy to shoot and kill Iranian boats on sight. He extended a ceasefire but maintained a total naval blockade of Iranian ports. Just yesterday, he canceled peace talks, saying Iran's leadership is in chaos and nobody knows who's in charge. Iran has every reason to want Trump dead. He killed their supreme leader. He's destroying their economy. He's threatening to obliterate their infrastructure. Iran is a country with a long history of revenge killings and assassination operations. And here's what most people don't know. Iran has active assassination teams operating inside the United States right now. The FBI has warned about this repeatedly. Iranian intelligence services have been plotting attacks against former Trump administration officials for years. In 2022, the Justice Department charged members of Iran's Revolutionary Guard with planning to assassinate former National Security Advisor John Bolton. That plot was disrupted, but it proved Iran's capability and intent. In 2023, U.S. intelligence agencies warned that Iran was actively seeking to assassinate Trump himself in retaliation for the killing of Qasem Soleimani back in 2020. Those warnings were based on credible intelligence. Iran publicly vowed revenge for Soleimani's death and has the resources to carry out such operations on American soil. Fast forward to today, Trump just killed Iran's supreme leader, the most important figure in their entire system. More significant than killing Soleimani, Iran's government has collapsed into internal chaos. The IRGC military is fighting with the civilian president over control. Their economy is collapsing. Hormuz is closed. They're under maximum pressure. And now someone tries to kill Trump at a formal dinner in Washington, D.C. The timing cannot be ignored. This attack comes during active hostilities between the United States and Iran. It comes days after Trump canceled peace talks and gave shoot to kill orders against Iranian vessels. It comes as Iran is desperate and cornered with limited options for retaliation. Iran cannot defeat the U.S. military in conventional warfare. They cannot reopen Hormuz by force. They cannot prevent American strikes on their infrastructure. But they can reach Trump. Assassination is a weapon Iran has used before and continues to use. Taking out the American president would fundamentally change the war. It would create chaos in Washington. It might stop the military campaign. At minimum, it would be the ultimate act of revenge. Now, to be clear, authorities have not confirmed any Iran connection to last night's shooting. The investigation is ongoing. The shooter's exact identity and motives have not been publicly disclosed. This could turn out to be a domestic extremist with no foreign ties whatsoever. But the questions must be asked. Was this shooter acting alone, or was he part of a larger network? How did a man with multiple weapons get through initial security at a high-profile event with the president attending? Who radicalized him? Who trained him? Who supplied the weapons? And most importantly, who benefits from Trump being killed right now? Iran benefits. The war ends or changes dramatically without Trump driving it. Iran gets breathing room. The naval blockade might be lifted during the transition of power. Negotiations would restart under different terms. Tehran gets what it wants. The pattern of 3 attempts also raises questions. Are these truly independent lone actors, or is there a common thread? The methods are different, but the target is the same. Professional intelligence services often use cutouts and patsies to maintain plausible deniability. They find vulnerable individuals, radicalize them, point them at the target, then step back and watch. The FBI and other agencies are investigating. They're questioning the suspect. They're analyzing his background communications and connections. If there is a foreign link, it will eventually surface. But these investigations take time, and sensitive information is often kept classified for national security reasons. What we know for certain is this: Donald Trump has survived 3 assassination attempts. The latest one happened during an active war with Iran, a country that has the motive, means, and history of using assassination as a tool of statecraft. The suspect had multiple weapons and specifically targeted a presidential event. One Secret Service agent was shot protecting the president. Trump addressed the nation after the attack. He called for Americans to resolve their differences peacefully. He noted the bipartisan condemnation of the violence and said there was a tremendous amount of love and coming together in that room, despite the terror. He said he had planned to give a very confrontational speech that night, but changed his approach after the shooting. The White House Correspondents Dinner will be rescheduled within 30 days. Security protocols are being reviewed. The Secret Service is conducting an assessment of what went wrong and how a gunman got as close as he did. For now, the president is safe. But 3 attempts in 2 years reveals a clear pattern. Someone wants Donald Trump dead. Whether that someone is a series of unstable individuals or a hostile foreign government remains to be seen. The investigation continues, and the questions that nobody else is asking need answers. This is the story the mainstream media won't fully explore. The Iran connection, the pattern of attacks, the timing during active hostilities. These are the dots that need to be connected, and we'll continue following this story as more information emerges.